All right, it's also the perfect time to get out there and buy fall produce. This morning, Ansley Watson is at Elmers County Market telling us more about it. Good morning, Ansley.
Good morning, Vicki. You know, I don't know what it is about fall, but pumpkins and gourds just seem to go right in hand with the weather and all the fall colors. If you haven't gotten your pumpkin yet for your front porch, there's still time, but you better hurry because the harvest for pumpkins is about over. In a bit, we'll talk all about the differences between pumpkins and gourds and what all you can do with them. So stay with us. Reporting live in Escanaba, Ansley Watson, TV6 News. Me and Donnie are going to go carve this pumpkin.
Okay. We expect to see good stuff out of it. Thanks, Ansley. And you know, it is always interesting. I do love to have like the different squash, but sometimes I get stuck in a rut in how I make it. So it's always interesting to see how other people make them.
You know what? There's only one important thing when it comes to pumpkins.
Go on.
Pie.
Okay, then.
It is amazing. And probably the best pie
Welcome
out.
back 11 after the hour. There are a lot of ways to spruce up your home for fall. Produce, just one of those ways. This morning, Ansley Watson is at Elmers County Market telling us more about the fall produce. Good morning, Ansley.
Good morning, Vicki. We've already seen a variety of pumpkins, gourds, squash here. In fact, Donnie and I actually maybe made our own pumpkins here. We couldn't find anything to carve it with, so we took things into our own hands and found a pin, and I used my lipstick here. So that is our creation. I don't know, we're thinking about whose is the most creepiest. We're not sure. Maybe the viewers can comment and say, Donnie's, mine, Ansley's, who knows. Anyway, so we're talking to Rod Stendy here, and he is the general manager at Elmers. Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome.
Thank you. So we have a variety of gourds, pumpkin, squash to talk about. What can you tell me about gourds?
Well, what's there to say about gourds? I could go on for days. They're just unique winter squash. All these are winter squash because they're at the end of fall, early winter. But all they're good for is to look at. There are two varieties that are edible, but these are just ornamental. And you know, besides just laying them around, it gives you that fall theme. And you can even, you know, for the kids, like this one looks like an egg. That looks like a pear. You know, and that looks like a duck or a goose head.
Yeah.
And even some of these you can paint them and, you know, kind of make little animals out of them. They're just fun to have around.
Do they last long? Because I know I've bought a few of them already for my apartment, and one of them is already starting to mold.
Yeah, well, they'll last for a few weeks. You're kind of, when they start to get soft and runny, then it's time to get rid of them.
Time to get rid of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, another one, you know, these, you know, ornamental gourds, but there's also, we have pumpkins. Now, there's two kinds of pumpkins. There's the jack-o'-lantern pumpkin, which is just huge, and it's pretty much hollow inside. Now, pumpkins can range from less than a pound to over 1,000 pounds.
Oh, wow.
Where they have to have a forklift to move them around. But we don't have them that big here. But like these are great for just carving and for fun, and you go feed them to the deer when you're done with them. The other pumpkin is a pie pumpkin, which you might be familiar with, pumpkin pies. And that is a smaller, more dense, with more pumpkin inside, and that's what they harvest. Now, there's an abundance of jack-o'-lantern pumpkins this year, but the pie pumpkins could be a little short, so
why is that? Why is there a shortage?
It's a crop. They only grow them once a year, and if they have bad weather, that'll affect the quality and quantity of the crop because they don't grow them year-round. It's just a one-time thing. They can them. They're done for a year.
Now, when do you start planting pumpkins to grow?
Oh, that's in the spring.
Okay.
Because like, right now, the gourds and the pumpkins and the squash come from Jan's farm in Peshtigo, Wisconsin. And earlier in the year, he has his corn, he has peppers and cukes, and then this is what he ends up with. At the end of the year, he ends up with this.
Okay.
And, you know, another thing, if I could say about the pumpkins, there's two kinds in the can. There's solid and the pumpkin pie mix. Now, the solid is just pure pumpkin. The mix has seasoning in it. You just add condensed milk and eggs. So make sure when you buy canned pumpkin, guys, when you're sent out to get this, make sure you get the right one.
Wow, that's good to know. I just made pumpkin bars the other day, and they tasted good, so I'm guessing I bought the right kind.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, we're going to enjoy our pumpkin pie here. Stay with us. Reporting live in Escanaba, Ansley Watson, TV6 News.
You have pumpkin pie? Oh, do
We
you
have
see
pumpkin
that?
pie right here.
She has just betrayed us. It's okay. Thanks, Ansley.
I feel like that won't make it back.
It's not. It's
No,
not.
why?
It's okay.
In their defense, if that was me that had to bring it back, I wouldn't either.
Nice.
But you
to
wouldn't
know,
have shown
Dan.
it on the air. And
You
That
would've
is
been
actually very
undercover.
true. You're very right about that.
It's all right, Ansley. It's okay.
Yeah, we'll remember.
Our time is coming. Hey, next month, the Thanksgiving Pie Bake-Off is coming. We're already excited
Well,
about
of course,
that.
with the fall season, there are many more kinds of produce you can pick from. TV6's Ansley Watson is at Elmers County Market talking about all the different varieties from pumpkins to gourds. And Ansley, may I just say, you look gorgeous today. Gorgeous? Gorgeous?
Sam, thank you. Wow, I am just on a high now. That made my day. So yes, we were talking about pumpkins and gourds and squash earlier. Actually, we're going to talk more about squash now. I'm here with Rod, the general manager at Elmers. Good morning.
Good morning.
So we are having a delicious pumpkin pie earlier.
Oh, that was good. With a cup of coffee?
Yeah,
Oh.
did you make that?
No, I opened the package and cut it.
It was still delicious.
Our bakers that were here all night made that, so.
Absolutely,
I won't
and they
take
do a
any
great
credit.
job.
Okay, now we're going to talk about squash.
Yes, tell me
Okay.
about squash.
Can you name these different squash?
Okay, I believe this is acorn.
Okay, that's right.
Oh, my mom would be
We
so
have some
disappointed.
Jeopardy music for you.
Is this yellow squash?
It's yellow, but and it is squash, so, but that's not what it's
I
called.
know there is a yellow squash though, correct?
Sure.
There is. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure there is.
okay, yeah.
And I want to say this one, I know that one, but
I'll
I
be
can't
impressed
remember.
if you can get it.
I don't know.
Butternut.
No, I knew that. I
It's-
knew that.
I know. It's
Yeah.
butternut. Because of the coloring, you just cut them up and bake them, and that's how you do that one. I never had this one before.
Now this one intrigues me. What is this? I've never seen a little
Well,
growth thing
this
come out
is
of a
from
squash
the
before.
turban family of squash, and this is called a buttercup. See the little cup on the
I
bottom?
do.
These are buttercup, and they're a lot like an acorn. They taste quite a bit the same. You just cut them in half and put your favorite stuff in them, and away you go.
Okay.
Now this is the acorn, and I do have a sample of
We have some.
cooked acorn that we're going to try here when we're done.
And what you put something in here?
Okay, what with this one, you cut it in half from the pole to pole, and then you open it up, and you put butter and brown sugar in there.
It's good stuff.
How could that be bad? You could put that in a shoe and it tastes
I
good.
thought squash was supposed to be healthy. Now we're making it unhealthy.
Oh, this is real healthy. It tastes like dessert. And then you just bake it for about an hour. When it comes out, where you can just nice and flaky.
Yeah, it looks
mix
really
it all
good.
together, and that is a great semi-healthy way to eat squash. Kids will love it.
A good Thanksgiving dish.
Oh, it's great. The next one is a sweet dumpling squash. This is a little sweeter squash, very colorful.
I've actually never eaten one of these before. What do they taste like? Are they kind of like acorn squash? They look kind of similar.
They're close. They're close. A little sweeter than acorn, but the color. Yeah, they're all fairly close. But now this last one, which you called the yellow, which
It is yellow.
a lot of people call it spaghetti squash.
Oh, I knew that one too.
Oh, sure
I
you
did.
Yeah,
I did.
I know. I'll give you half a point for knowing that one. And with that one, it's white flesh inside, and you want the yellower the better. The yellower the riper. If it's white, stay away. If it's yellow, that's the one to take. And when you cut that up and you boil it, the strands come apart, so it looks like spaghetti. So you could put marinara sauce on it. Instead of
way.
having pasta and the gluten, you can be having a natural vegetable pasta replacement.
Interesting. I might have to try that one.
And that would be good for you and kind of fun.
All right, Rod, thank you so much. We're going to enjoy our squash now. Reporting live in Escanaba, Ansley Watson, and we'll be back with more of your TV6 Morning News after the break.